So I did something I thought I would never do and hired an animal communicator. So for those of you that don't know, I train horses and I also run a rescue. And I tend to take a very science-based approach, science-based on behavior, on physical rehab cases, hoof rehab, stuff like that. And so I'm very science-based, and animal communicators kind of don't really fall into line with the scientific side of things. So why did I do it? One of my clients who I trust wholeheartedly, she runs Blue Moon Rescue in Chino Valley. I was kind of talking to her about this new rescue that we've taken in. And so Candy has helped me out with a lot of things over the years, right? She's given me lots of great advice. She is definitely very advanced in the field of horse rescue and horse rehab. And so I started to bring up this rescue that we have, and his name is Hugo. And so Hugo is a blind cryptorchid. So basically that means one, he's blind, allegedly blind from birth, and a cryptorchid, which means that only one testicle descended and the other one did not. So he is still intact. And for the first day that he was here, he kind of just paced in circles all day long. And so we were starting to wonder if maybe euthanasia might be the best option. He has since settled in. He doesn't really pace anymore, and we have been awaiting a vet check. But in the meantime, Candy brought something up, and she's like, well, I have the number to an animal communicator. And she's all, reach out to her, talk to her, and get a session. And again, I'm super science-based, so this is kind of out of the ordinary for me. And I was like, you know what? We're waiting on the vet check. The vet appointment is scheduled, so I guess why not enter the realm of something that I've never really done a lot of research on, I've never had a lot of experience with. And so I contacted this individual, and the process so far has been a little interesting. She asked me to send her a picture of the horse in the email and ask him a few questions. And so I did it. And I'm just really trying to keep an open mind about this process because, again, it's not something that, I typically believe in just because I'm very science-based and I don't necessarily understand, at least in this situation, how this individual is able to connect with Hugo through a picture that I sent her in an email. So I figured, why not vlog the whole experience for you guys, and we will see exactly what happens. Because apparently after she does the reading or talks with Hugo, she's going to send me a transcript. So I will also be reading that transcript, and we can kind of get an idea of, I guess, what she has to say. And then obviously once the vet comes, we will confirm with a vet check and all that fun stuff. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. So I've got about 10 minutes before this session is supposed to start. So I'm just going to sit outside the pen and I guess see what happens. So I just got a text that the conversation with Hugo was finished and that the transcript was in my email. So let's go see what Hugo had to say. One of the questions I asked Hugo is, what is it like to live in your world, and how can I help make that easier? The communicator said Hugo shares he mostly feels overwhelmed, as it has been difficult to live in a world where he has felt no compassion and kindness. He shares that he pretty much just been in survival mode. He has been waiting for something bad to happen. He also shares that he is very sensitive and an old soul. He feels that it has been many years since he's been able to relax and rest. This is now his greatest desire, to just relax, rest, and heal. He also knows he needs to process and release all the emotions that he has been feeling. He is sensing that you want to help him, and he is beginning to feel safe. He offers his gratitude to you for this kindness. The next question I asked, I am willing to take care of you forever and pay all the necessary costs that will come with treatment, but only if you want that and are not suffering. Are you at the point you would like everything to end, or do you want to keep going and work together to give you a good life? The communicator said he wants you to know he is not ready to leave, and he would like that. He shares that he definitely needs some time to decompress and allow his body and mind to trust again and heal. He would love to work together with you, and he would love for the two of you to become good friends. Next, I asked, are you in pain? If so, where and how can I help? The communicator said he shares that he has some pain and he feels better when he keeps moving. He feels that moving also helps him to release his uncertainties, his fear, and his worry. Then she said, from Debbie, I feel what they are feeling when I'm connected to them. I thought it might help you to know what he is feeling that he may not articulate. It feels like his body is holding a lot of stress. His heartbeat feels a little fast, his muscles felt tight, and his body feels rigid. My hands are shaking from his energy. His nervous system feels overloaded. He shares he needs to work on learning to relax and trust again. He has joint pain, specifically in his hocks, hips, shoulders, and neck. He is stiff and he feels exhausted. He also wants you to know he is hopeful. He wants you to be his home. He would like some help, but mostly attention and just being with you. Having you near will be comforting as he learns his new surroundings and becomes familiar. Finally, I asked, are you fully blind or partially blind? She said, Hugo says he is not fully blind. He does have limited vision. He shares it is very cloudy, similar to having cataracts, but he shares he can see shapes and some detail. He also shares that his sense of smell is better than most. It helps him. He again wants me to tell you he feels your kindness and also feels in time he will become more familiar with you and his surroundings. He is very grateful for you. He also likes it when you talk to him out loud. Please let me know if you have any additional questions for him. The last thing he shared with me was that he would like to make you laugh one day. With blessings, Debbie. So I'm not entirely sure what to feel about this conversation that the animal communicator had with Hugo, but I do know that we will still be continuing on with the vet check to see what the vet says as far as treatment and handling Hugo from this point forward. With that being said, whether animal communicators can actually talk to animals or not, I feel as if a lot of people are looking for hope or closure, and animal communicators are able to offer those people that hope and that closure. Another thing to keep in mind with animal communicators as well is that oftentimes as humans, we tend to humanize animals, right? We tend to be like, oh, well, I want my own little space, so my horse wants its own little stall too. When in reality, species-specific needs states that horses need friends, they need pasture, they need turnout. And so we often tend to project our own needs onto other species. And so I feel like sometimes animal communication can be a form of that, and to the point where you're like, okay, well, what did Hugo say? Or like, Hugo wants to make me laugh one day, right? Maybe that's true, maybe it's not, but maybe it's a form of humanizing them. But then that too, I guess I'm not really entirely sure how it all works, and that she had to send a transcript, and did she have to transcribe it? I'm not 100% certain, but regardless, I feel like this was definitely a very unique experience, and one that I figured I'd share with the world. So, are animal communicators legitimate? I'm not sure. Are you thinking about purchasing a session with an animal communicator? Why not? I mean, I just did it. Overall, it's a good idea for the experience, and you might get some answers out of it, whether that be closure or hope or something that you may not have had otherwise. Just remember to always also pair whatever the communicator says with scientific facts and evidence as to maybe why your animal might be feeling a certain way, or where they might be in pain or something like that. So always make sure you at least try and back it up by the science, and of course, check with your vet if you are concerned about something. But there's never any harm in, being a little curious and hiring an animal communicator. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this YouTube video. If you have not already, please don't forget to check out the Wild Child Academy. We have a bunch of exclusive educational video courses for you guys to go and learn about science-based horsemanship from the comfort of your very own home. Hit the red subscribe button. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or podcasts available wherever you listen to podcasts, the books we have on the shelves, and the links to all of that can be found in the description as well as on our website. So stay strong, stay true, stay wild, and have a great day.